Welcome to the Bookers Alliance podcast, where we hold the pencil and the pencil is power. Coming at you right now is your host, Marky Mark, along with the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Donaldson. Join us as we discuss the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling. So hang on tight, you jabronis, and enjoy the ride. All right, everybody, welcome in to a special edition of the Bookers Alliance podcast. This is going to be our first foray into a watch-along, and today we are watching Starrcade 86, the night of the Skywalkers. We are going to watch the Scaffold match between the Road Warriors and the Midnight Express. This was a special match to me, because this was one of the first matches that I can recall ever seeing as a young wee lad there coming up in the sport of professional wrestling. So we wanted to give a watch along. You can always catch this on Peacock, on the WWE content.
Peacock.
Peacock.
If you accentuate the second syllable there.
You can catch this at the 2 hour and 22 minute mark if you want to cue this up and watch along with us. And here we go.
All right. Hit that play button there. Let's see what we get.
All right. So as we were saying, this is 1986. I was a 6-year-old youngin' for this event.
Yeah, and I was 8 years old. I wasn't watching this one live here. Marky Mark watched it live. I had to watch it back again just to kind of recollect what happened. But, yeah, definitely a good match here to watch with Chicago's own The Road Warriors.
Yeah, and what was special about this match to me, Frank, is the build-up to it. Some of the things that I can remember, how intimidating the Road Warriors actually were to the Midnight Express, how they were up in buildings and throwing pumpkins out of buildings, and you would see them smash the ground, and Hawk and Animal would just be laughing and be like, you know what, Beautiful Bobby, this is your head. This is what's about to come.
All right. Beautiful Bobby Eaton and delicious Dennis Condrey, the Midnight Express, with Jim Cornette seconding them coming down to the ring. Look at that here.
Dennis who?
Dennis Condrey. You don't remember delicious Dennis Condrey?
No, he escapes my mind.
Oh, my goodness. You must have been in the Sweet Stan Lane era.
Absolutely.
So you were watching it live, had no clue who you were watching?
No, I had no clue. All I remember is I remember knowing who the Road Warriors were, the face paint, the haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what, had my interest with
At this point in time, I was a seasoned veteran of wrestling, watching here at the ripe old age of 8 years old. So...
Yeah, this was definitely back in some of the crazy times during wrestling. Scaffold match. Nobody had ever seen one before. Nobody knew what it was going to look like. It was definitely crazy looking.
Oh, yeah.
So here comes the Road Warriors with the spiked shoulder pads. I always wanted a pair of those, man.
Yeah, Peacock, though, not being able to get that original music, it just kind of burns me up on that. Every time I hear some generic music that they play in the background, it kind of takes it out of me here. But I mean, I understand licensing and all that. It is what it is.
So, are you a Mohawk guy or a reverse Mohawk guy?
I was more of the Hawk guy, with the two stripes down the side, bald in the middle. As I'm getting older here, I'm getting bald in the middle anyway, so I might need to be a Hawk guy going into the future, but we're going to try and hold on as long as we can here.
So I don't know if you just saw that, but look how rickety the scaffolding is.
Oh, my God, that stuff is falling apart here. So anyone who's listening, this may be one of our first NC-17 episodes here because as I'm watching the scaffolding fall apart here, I'm just like, my goodness, it's just scaring me to death looking at it.
Yeah, that was some rough looking put together stuff there.
Yeah, that shit's falling apart right there.
Now, I was always an Animal fan. I loved the face paint, the build the Animal had.
See, that makes sense because I was a Hawk guy because Hawk was the high flyer and all that. See, this is why we're the perfect tag team.
Absolutely, man.
This is why we're the best podcast tag team going on out there right now.
So everybody's watching along, old Cornette there. Boy, I tell you, he had some moments, didn't he?
No, Jim Cornette, my goodness. I mean, look how young Jim looks there, though. In
look
comparison to you see Jim now on it, Jim has a podcast. He's out there doing his thing every week, giving his opinion on things as much as possible. But yeah, Jim was a spring chicken there. Yeah, it was 40 years ago here, almost 38 years ago or so. Yeah, Jim was a spring chicken there this day.
Yeah. So Hawk and Animal are currently up on the scaffolding, surveying the lay of the land, and I believe Hawk might be having some second thoughts right here, looking at the way that this scaffolding is put together.
Yeah. Well, Hawk, at the upside of it, right now, Hawk and Animal coming together in the middle. They're telling each other, "Hey, it's okay. We ain't going down tonight, so we're not taking that fall, so it'll be okay." And down on the ring there, you got Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton looking at each other like, "Man, which one of us is going to take this fall?" But as the match plays on, we'll see who takes that last fall.
Yeah, so as I stated, this was one of the first wrestling matches that I recall ever watching. I was captivated by, obviously, the Road Warriors. They've always been one of my favorite tag teams. But just the scaffolding match alone, how different it looks, the fact that it's not in a ring, and you really didn't know what was going to happen.
I'm glad you appreciated it because, my God, this looks like a bunch of bullcrap out here. This is a nightmare. Ugh.
Yeah.
Scaffolded up here. I mean, as they were coming into the scaffolding, stuff started falling apart. I mean, for me, this is like the epitome of scary nonsense right here. I would have tapped right on out on this match. They would have got me up there. There wouldn't have been enough money in '86 to get me up there. No.
So let's talk about the fashion sense real quick. Could you pull off Cornette's outfit?
Woo! So, I mean, it looks like he was like a predecessor to the $1 Million Man in that outfit there. I mean, he's got the black and gold suit, the black and gold tennis racket. I mean, I don't know what he's got going. I mean, but yeah, he kind of looks like the $1 Million Man before the $1 Million Man. Maybe that's where Vince got his idea from.
Hey,
Who knows?
Maybe. So the Road Warriors with Paul Ellering.
Precious Paul Ellering. My goodness, look at that guy. Where's Mime? Remember Mime?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a WWE marketing. WWE wanted to sell dolls. They figured, hey, why not? But, ugh.
The newspaper.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's the last time mine gets mentioned on the podcast, but we'll see how it goes. Something may come up later on. SummerSlam 92, I think mine had a role in that, so it may come up again, but hopefully not.
Yeah. So a little known fact in this match, Hulk actually is injured in this match. Could you imagine going into something like this with an injury?
Well, if he wasn't injured coming into it, damn sure going to leave out of it with an injury. I mean, if I remember right out of this match, somebody did leave with a pretty significant injury. So,
old Cornette there.
Yeah, as we watch along here, we'll be able to see when it happens later. But, yeah, I mean, you got a scaffold, 20 feet above the ring, and, it's rickety at best. It's 1986, so it was based on 1986 standards of required solidity up there.
Yeah, so, it's safe to say that this match would have not flown in today's standards.
Oh no! I mean, in today's standards, there would have been harnesses, and there would have been multiple cages up there with it. I mean, there would have been so much construction around this thing.
OSHA wouldn't have approved.
Absolutely not. Although we just saw the War Games not too long ago, and I mean, there was some death-defying leaps off of that, but
yeah, but at least the cage there didn't break.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that. I mean, and for those of you who aren't watching, the reason we're just kind of filling right now is because the Midnight Express is still working their way up the scaffold. They're really not into this match either. They're kind of like, well, we've been paid to do this, and guess we got to deal with it. But yeah, we ain't trying to go up there.
Can you blame them though?
Absolutely not. It said as soon as they walk through the scaffold, part of it starts falling apart. I mean, that's not going to make you feel confident about being
look
up
right there. I mean, it was just shaking when he put his hand on it, like it's about to fall apart.
Was the scaffold shaking or was Dennis shaking? I mean,
a little both, a little bit of both. And might have would have helped if we'd had some whiskey there to kind of give him some encouragement.
Oh hell, there's no way them guys went up there without at least a bottle apiece. I mean, they had to split a bottle in the back before they went up there. There's no way you went up there without it.
Speaking of whiskey, let's have a toast here to
all right.
Good times, good memories, sir. Absolutely.
Cheers.
Good old Maker's Mark.
All right, let's start the match.
There we go. So we got Hawk and Animal doing the beatdown on the Midnight Express currently. I'm a little bit envious of the red, white, blue shirt there.
Well, I'm glad you are, because I mean, that you may be able to bring that look back, sir. I mean, that look may be for you.
You know, beer belly and all.
Then you got his tag team partner over there, pink tights. I mean, you know,
I can't pull that look off. I'm not.
Yeah, well, this was 1986. You know, 1986 was a little bit different than 2023.
Right. So let's talk about the psychology of the match that we're watching now. Oh, sorry.
So you want to talk about the psychology of a scaffold match in 1986,
or the lack thereof.
I was going to say, because if you're going to talk about the psychology of it, I was just going to kind of lay out over here and let you handle that, because the psychology of it is really don't die.
Don't die.
I mean, that's kind of what they're up there saying to each other right now is, please don't die. Please don't let me die.
There is no backflips. There is no monkey flips. There is no arm drags. There's no, I mean, it's just really punch, kick, AB, select, start.
Yeah. Or as Xavier Woods would say, up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. I mean, you know, that'll get you the contra code in there, you know.
And there we go with Dennis with the salt in the eyes.
All right. We got the old, where's Mr. Fuji? Look, powder in the eyes from both guys. Look at,
Oh, man.
Hulk goes down with the salt in the eyes.
You know, that is such an understated wrestling move. I'm telling you, they should bring that back.
The powder in the eyes? Well, so the only thing now in WWE, the powder in the eyes was really a Mr. Fuji thing. And I mean, as you look back at it now, that's a little bit racist there. So we're probably not going to be able to throw... Well, he was throwing the Japanese salt in the eyes. We're probably not going to be able to pull that one off now.
Yeah. So at this point in the match, you got the Midnight Express doing the beatdown on the Road Warriors. They have turned the tide. They are currently in charge, and they are trying to kick Hawk and Animal off of the scaffold.
So, yeah, that's how you win the match here. The idea of a scaffold match is they erect a scaffold. Yeah, I said erect. They erect a scaffold over the ring.
Blue Chew, not a sponsor.
There you go. But we are available. We are taking bookings at any time.
Absolutely.
Blue Chew. So, you know, $5 a month. If you use the code, never mind. But we don't have a code yet, but we're working on it. Anyway, though, they erect a scaffold over the wrestling ring, and you get 4 guys up there. They kind of wrestle over the ring. You know, and the idea is once you get both members from the team off the scaffold into the ring, that's how you win the match. So,
ooh, look at Bobby Eaton doing Circus de Olay stuff.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton's holding on for dear life. He's got Animal's leg. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my.
That guy's holding on here.
You got to swing. You got to swing. You got to get. Oh, there he goes.
Oof. Look at him hold on after he catches on down there. That man, that's literally called holding on for dear life.
If I'm right, I believe he's scared of heights, actually, for real.
If he wasn't going into this match, he probably should be now. Because, I mean, if you're up there on that rickety scaffold up there, that would make me more comfortable with heights, that's for sure.
And are we sure his tights are still pink?
They're pink somewhere.
Finally a little brown on them by now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now we're getting into it. Now we've got a good back and forth going on. The Road Warriors have turned the tide back on their side, and they are going ahead and beating down the faces of the Midnight Express into the scaffold.
And I mean, that's the Road Warriors' major gimmick was, you know, they come out there, they look like badasses, they act like badasses, they throw a beat down. Got beautiful Bobby Eaton busted wide open out there. He's a Crimson Mask out there. Oh, my goodness.
Well, looks like Hawk is over there battling his way through. You got Animal trying to shove Bobby off the scaffold at this point. Bobby hanging on for dear life.
Both managers down there under the ring. You got Precious Paul Ellering and Jim Cornette down at the bottom of the ring cheering on their men here.
I don't know that I would want Cornette cheering for me at this point.
Well, I don't know with that tennis racket out there. That tennis racket may come in handy later on. They might need that. So, you got to keep a guy out there with a good weapon.
Oh, here we go. We are hanging off the side of the scaffold now.
And Dennis Condrey holding on for dear life out there. Hawk giving him the beat down. Beat down from downtown Chicago. All right. Halsted Street.
Oh, Dennis is coming down. Dennis is like, I'm done with this.
Uh-oh.
Had enough of this.
That's a good idea there. Climb down. You know, that's smart.
Well, you don't fall.
Climb down is a whole lot better than a fall down.
Could you imagine who gave the idea for this match?
Oh, my goodness. The old scaffold match. I got to feel it, just a thought outside, thinking back to the bookend and all that, 86. I got a feeling this is a Dusty and Ole match. But
I think so.
If you notice, Dusty and Ole ain't out there. I'm pretty sure they were in the room booking like, hey, this will be great TV. But,
Get these guys to do anything.
Yeah, but they didn't volunteer to go out there and take these falls on their own. That's for sure.
So now you got them all kind of cornered on the same side of the scaffold.
All right, Hawk hanging on one side, Condrey hanging on the other.
And as rickety as this scaffold has appeared throughout the night, I don't know that I would want to be all four men on the same side of the scaffold.
Oh no, absolutely not. We would have worked out. We would have worked out something different after I got up there and that shaky thing started moving around like that.
So let's look at one of the members of the match here. The ref was hanging out at the bottom of the ring. What does he even do in this match?
He was waiting to see who hits the floor first. I mean, the referee's job at the scaffold match is to see whose 2 feet hit the ring or the floor or the whatever first after you fall off a scaffold. That's kind of all he's hanging out doing. He's just waiting to see whose feet hit first.
So we've noticed we've not seen too much cross between the tag teams. Animal is pretty much paired off with Bobby. Hulk is pretty much paired off with Dennis, and that's about it.
Yeah. So moving around on a scaffold, I mean, you got probably the width of a small board up there that they're able to walk around on. They're not really trying to intermix up there. They're just kind of paired off, and they're dealing with what they got to deal with up there.
So they've worked their way off the top of the scaffold. They're basically on the support structure underneath the scaffold, and they're trying to hang on for dear life and beat each other up at the same time.
Yeah, Animal's the only one up on the scaffold, and even he's coming down now. Oh my
Bobby,
goodness, what's going on
swinging,
here now?
Hulk swinging.
Oh my God, this is like the monkey bars when you were a kid and the kid on the playground.
A more
out there.
dangerous version of it.
You got Hawk swinging, you got Bobby swinging, Animals kicking Bobby.
Oh no!
Dennis Condrey down. Dennis Condrey down.
Oh, Bobby's
He's
getting
down.
his ass kicked. Oh, there goes Bobby.
No, Bobby down.
Oh,
Bobby's
down.
Bobby Eaton is down. That is the end of the match. The Midnight Express, delicious Dennis Condrey and beautiful Bobby Eaton are down. They are
the gentleman in the suit jacket and the hat.
Suit jacket and a hat. What's going on there? Who is that guy over there?
Oh no! Here comes Ellering and Cornette. Ellering's got the tennis racket.
He took the tennis racket from Cornette. And he's chasing Cornette. Oh my God, Cornette's on the run.
Cornette is climbing the scaffold.
Oh my God, Cornette's climbing the scaffold. That's not smart.
No,
that's not smart. Oh my God, the guy in the hat down there. Oh my God, look, he's right there. That is, if I'm not sure, is that Big Bubba Rogers right there? Oh my goodness.
But oh my God, it is. It's Big Bubba Rogers.
Big Bubba Rogers, better known as the Big Boss Man in the WWE. Oh my God, but that looks like Big Bubba Rogers. Ray Traylor himself. My goodness, is that his introduction into WCW/NWA?
Oh. We got Cornette. He's scared to death. Oh, here comes Cornette.
What is he doing? Oh, my God. Animal's
Be careful, Cornette.
Wait, what's Animal doing there with his leg?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Cornette. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Cornette just took a fall. Cornette just took a mighty, mighty fall there from 30 feet up in the air from the scaffold. Oh, my goodness.
Bubba was supposed to catch him there.
Catch him? Bubba saw him coming down and stepped back. Oh, my goodness. I think he sold him out on that one.
Oh, man. Well, it looks like they're wrapping it up. They're getting Cornette out of the ring. Bubba's going to carry him off.
Bubba caught him now. There, Bubba's catching him coming off the apron. There you go.
Awesome. This was an amazing, to me, as a 6-year-old, this match was one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, and me as a 40-something-year-old now watching this match back after all these years back, it's still amazing to me that they even let something like this happen out here. I mean, this looks about as dangerous as you can get. But there we are, the winners, the Road Warriors with Paul Ellering.
Absolutely. So thank you, everybody, for watching this along with us today. It's kind of a stroll down memory lane for this. What a crazy match. Thinking about things, looking at this, was this the predecessor for some of the crazier matches that we've seen? Could it have been a predecessor for the X Division match?
Watching them on the scaffold like that kind of reminded me of Christian and Edge winning the tag team titles as they walked across the table that was suspended in between two ladders. That kind of made me think of that, even though that table up between those two ladders was a little more sturdy than this scaffold here. But
Absolutely. So thank you, everybody, for taking the stroll down memory lane and watching this watch along with us for Starrcade 86 Night of the Skywalkers as we revisited the match between the Road Warriors and the Midnight Express. With that, we bid you adieu.
Peace.
Today's podcast was produced by SBP. You can find our podcast on all major podcast platforms. Also connect with us on our social media accounts. Search for the Bookers Alliance on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.